make sure we're only getting the ones that cover this, because you want to pull this cover out. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything that's holding that in place now. Sometimes that back lip have to come in. Make sure that all those screws, they should all be the same size.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, because we don't want any issues. Use these to lift, because you see these are actually clips that are in place. So you gotta raise it. So if it's not moving, what else is down there? Look at the bottom. Look at your bottom. Underneath. Maybe screws there.
Yeah, it is too.
Yep. So that's why you always want to survey. Take your time. That way you can pull everything off properly.
Yes, ma'am.
Outstanding. So now you see how it came? Now you don't want to, you always want to, you want to understand what's restricting you, because that means this needs to come out your way. So you got a screw there and that screw there. Take those off. Whenever you're working on an appliance or anything, you want to remove everything out of your way so you don't bend, or, you know what I mean? The manufacturer has those specs in place for a reason.
Yes, ma'am.
And you don't want to compromise the manufacturer specs.
Gotcha.
Outstanding. Great job. So let's just take a close look before we start pulling stuff. So now you see how this is, that is. So raise up from the bottom. Now I want you to pay attention to something. You notice how this is moving?
Yeah.
Now what's going on with this? Is there a way to, you may have to remove that cover. Now I'm not going to give you the answers. I'm going to let you. You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna say,
because you can't see properly. So
right.
if you look what I just did. You raise it up and push. Same thing on this side. Raise up and pull out. Raise. There you go. Now just take your time. Okay, now slide all the way over your cord.
Alright.
Now you gotta watch, because this gets real tricky. Alright. Alright, now what you want to do at this point is just continue to go backwards with it. I'm going to explain why that's tricky. Move it till it's enough out your way where you can still work.
Alright.
You follow me?
Yeah.
But it's out of the way. Alright. That's good. So you can put it behind you and still work. That's the goal. Alright? Now I'm going to tell you when it's tricky, when you got to plug this in and check something, because you can't let that metal hit anything.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is what we're looking at. As you get down here, his issue is that the door will not unlock. So let's look at our components here. This is the blower motor here.
Mm-hmm.
This is when the oven gets hot. This turns on and cools it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This has sensors and everything on it. This is the wiring that goes directly to the cooktop.
Okay.
This here is the lock.
Okay.
See this?
Yeah.
So when you have an issue where the lock won't open, you can disengage this and get the lock to open. Because what's happened now is this lock turned here
Okay.
and it stopped. And what happens is the control board sends a signal
Mm-hmm.
and to this, which is your micro switch.
Right.
The micro switch has a little piece here. And get the light real quick. Alright, so what I want you to see is, see this switch? Now if you look in there, see that little orange thing down in there?
Yeah.
Alright, there you go. Okay. Now that orange little thing is the top of the micro switch. So what happens is this turns around at this cam and it hits that switch. When it hits that switch, it's telling it, that signal goes back to, see how thin these are?
Mm-hmm.
they go back to the board.
Okay.
So that tells open or close.
Gotcha.
This is very important. Now, the reason why I said this is important is because you're going to plug this back in. I'm going to hold this and you're going to plug it in. Because this is when we start doing our testing. Okay? We'll be testing these wires to see if we have power and things of that nature. I want you to pay attention to everything. Because if you look here, you follow these wires, you see where they're going, right?
Yes.
Now I want you to come back down here to this board. And you'll start seeing colors that look similar.
Right.
We're also going to go through the schematics and things of that nature.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Okay, so what we're going to do is have him turn that power back on.
All right.
We're going to see if it unlocks. If not, we got to deal with it from here.
Okay.
So there's several things that we have to, there's a whole process. Now if you pull out the schematics, they're right here, to back here, lay them right here, and open them up, and I'm going to show you. Be very careful now, the power's not on and we got it plugged in, but still, you don't play with electricity. So what you want to do, open up that side there, get very familiar with your diagrams. So this right here is your relays. And you see how you got different models, 6337, 6335, and so it's going to be two different styles. So we have 6337. So when you look over here and you look at this, you're going to be able to see the thing that says lock. All right. And once you find that, you go from there. And what we want to do, and when we're dealing with wiring diagrams, we always start on the load. And when we say load, where's the problem? The door is locked, right?
Right.
That is your load. So you go to your schematics and follow back from that. So let's just walk through till we find it. It'll be out here somewhere. You just got to find it because it is a peripheral. See right there? Door lock motor switch right there.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to just take a close look at that. We're going to look at it together. All right. Got this recording because this can help somebody else. Now, I want you to look at that. You see how it says those two things right there?
Mm-hmm.
Those two letters, what are those? R-O or R-D? It's R-D.
Yeah. Looks like PD.
All right, so it's PD, right?
Yeah, that's what it says.
So we just let's get on here real quick and take a close look. All right, we're gonna get right in there. Right there. So you see what it says? That's that's RD and VI. Okay. So this is your legend. You come to legend.
Okay.
RD is red.
RD.
VI is valid. Now let's go back over here. What is the first thing I showed you?
There's two wires right here.
And what color are they?
Red and violet.
violet. So what does that match? The schematic.
Yep.
You follow me?
Yep.
People think schematics are hard, but they aren't. You follow me?
Right.
Now the reason you want to pay attention to that is when you're looking at that, let me see if I can follow my hand here. When you're looking at that schematic, and as you go through, see how that door lock motor switch, and then you see the this here is the micro switch here.
Yeah.
I mean that's the door switch itself, and so you want to follow those things, and you can see where it goes to this particular connector. So let me follow my hand again. Now this is the connector that it goes to, CN6. Now CN6, this is when you come down to the board. And remember the color of the wires now. This is your board. And each one of these has a connector on it, has a number for it. So that's how you know exactly where you're going to be. So these are the type of things you want to learn in appliance repair because it's not that it's rocket science.
Right.
You follow me? You want to learn so that when you look at things, you understand what you're looking at and you have a plan. Just gonna unplug this here so I can see what this is. We're gonna have to push this out some more. Push it out. Yeah. Oh, come on. Let's push out, because we gotta get around it. Watch your foot. Yep. All right, we're good right there. Now let's get down here. Where's the knee pad at? All right. Let's get down here, because this is we gotta get to the bottom of it. So if you look here, let's see. See, what is that? See how I say CN6? Mm-hmm. Now you understand what I'm talking about. So this means, what is that? Purple and red.
Yeah, purple and red.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
So say that we're going to check and see, make sure that these items are working properly. Mm-hmm. So not only do we have that one there, if you look at your schematic, hold the schematic. If you look at your schematic, you're going to see right here, CN6, door switch. And look at everything that's connected. All the sensors are in that one connector. This is very important. Very, very important. Because when they have issues with other things we're covering, you want to understand this. This is it. You see how easy that just was?
Right. Yes, sir.
I'm telling you. So that's what we do, bro. Anyway, let's get to work. And let's go ahead and continue the process.